queen has successfully achieved victory as she outmaneuvers her scheming enemies with the ascension of our new crown prince Song Nam. It's a joy to see the queen win people over to her side through her kindness, while the Queen Dowager manipulates through fear. With the stunning loss, you'd think that Consort Huang and the Chief State Counselor would have learned their lesson by now. They even went as far as challenging the birthright of the prince himself by tampering with the blood test. Now that Prince Songnam is the crown prince, they must devise another plan to take him down. It's revealed that if they've done it once, they can do it again.
But a stunning revelation reveals that Prince Uiseong might not be of legitimate blood. Whose son is he then? Physician Kwan, perhaps? He was able to find his way into the prison to poison Samho Duck. What are his plans with Consort Huang in returning to the palace? And the rebellion has a cause. Toji reveals that the rebellion is none other than in support of Queen Yu and proving the Crown Prince Tian's murder. This revelation can either help the queen or bury her.
Meanwhile, as we predicted, the queen was successful in swaying the Minister of War to her side by showing her appreciation for Crown Princess Chang'e versus the Dowager's plans to use her and sacrifice her to bring down the Crown Prince. Through the Crown Prince's study sessions, we can see that the Minister of War is now coming around and appreciating Songnam's wisdom, and he can finally smile in approval. These last two episodes have been a very, very nice breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of victories for the queen. And I have to say, it is very interesting to just sit in on Songnam's study sessions because those conversations are really, really interesting.
It kind of shows and displays his knowledge, right? He's smarter than he looks, and all of the ministers are slowly coming around to kind of realize that he's actually a pretty good and legitimate crown prince.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see Prince Bagum kind of the cohort next to Songnam because he's allied himself there. But it was really awesome to also see his mother coming to terms with her, like all of her bad deeds and coming back in under the queen's umbrella, so to speak.
And it's interesting to see that a lot of their notions or preconceived notions, court officials, whenever they ask these questions, especially this chief state counselor, there's always these like little moments where they reveal that he might be introducing some kind of discourse because he's trying to bring down the crown prince. And question his wisdom, but the crown prince is able to turn it around and be like, well, this is also like archaic thinking. We need to start thinking about the people. And his answers are just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. Now, the one thing that worries me though is that the crown prince himself is starting to get involved from the head or whatever in his mind of these political scheming and these games. The Game of Thrones is in his head now, especially with the way he treats Chang'e at the end of that episode where, oh, she's one of the people under the Queen Dowager now. So like, how am I going to like navigate this when, you know, truth be told, his actual feelings for her are actually like, I think they're in love.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're in love, but
she's
bridge,
in love.
Yeah, the bridge has definitely been crossed and they're kind of seeing each other in a more romantic or intimate light. But I think it's all comes down to, you know, he's not aware of his mother's schemes or plans because, you know, her mother was able to sway the Minister of War, and she already has the adoration and the respect of Chang'e. Queen was using the Dowager's want or desire for the Minister of War's eldest daughter, and kind of disguised that as like, I don't want her to become the crown
that worked
prince.
out perfectly, huh?
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. But so now Songnam is under the impression that she is under the Dowager's thumb when she isn't. It's going to cause initial strife between the two.
Prince Uiseong, the chief state counselor, the rebellion, you know, there is something there. Like, I feel like Physician Kwan,
as well as Cho'ol's baby.
And Cho'ol's baby. I mean, that's not really a huge cliffhanger, but we know it's Prince Muon's
it's still a wrench,
baby.
You know?
Right. Like, I feel like the next couple of episodes is gonna deal with a bunch of different things, with relationships. We see in the preview that Prince Muon he's gonna be taking care of this baby in the palace and whatnot, and bringing in Cho'ol into the palace as some kind of concubine. But whatever the case may be, there is trouble brewing when it comes to this rebellion, and we do see Physician Kwan coming back into the palace. But I also feel like he got close to Consort Huang just for the fact that he needed it for the cause.
That's true. Everything that he could be doing from here on out is for the cause of the rebellion, but I think there is some semblance of legitimate or genuine feeling for Huang, even though it might not be reciprocated, and Huang only needs him to poison the crown prince or to just do her bidding.
Do you think Prince Uiseong is his son?
I do think so. I mean, it's heavily implied with the ear bone thing that he does not have it.
Right.
And the way that she was looking during that test, she was a little bit concerned because, let's face it doesn't look like the king was visiting her chambers all too often. And so, you know, there's a whole lot of concubines, there's a lot of consorts with sons.
And you could see it in her face too. It was like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, ever since
not the earlobe test.
Ever since the past 2 episodes, I feel like there's no scene with Consort Huang where she is not looking like completely concerned.
Yeah, oh man.
So now that Songnam is the crown prince, the political meandering and maneuvering now turns to how to eliminate him. But the queen has achieved victory, at least to this degree. And she has the crown princess under her thumb, but under the guise that she's under the dowager's thumb. And I'm wondering if the clamshell is going to be a problem in the future, right? The queen expresses that they cannot reveal that they've met in private previously,
right?
But they both have a half of a clam that proves that they've met already. So it's interesting to see if that's going to be weaponized in the near future.
I think that they're going to resolve this fairly quickly. Like, there has to be some kind of communication between the queen and the prince himself I actually chose this lady for you because of your history, and I also think because she's a strong individual.
Do you think that the Crown Prince Songnam is actually he actually knows that the queen has selected her?
No, not right now.
So here's my theory. I actually think that Songnam knows and is actively showing animosity towards her to make the dowager think that he knows that she is under the dowager's thumb.
Oh, you never know.
So that, like, you know, appearances and optics wise, the dowager has her under her thumb. And the more Songnam treats her with some disdain, the dowager thinks, aha, you know, he doesn't want her as a crown princess. And she's going to force her hand. And Songnam is like, I actually really like her.
Yeah, you know what? That could be totally true because this is a game. They have to like scheme and maneuver their way and navigate through this Game of Thrones. And so, like, you never know. But that's awesome. That would be awesome if that were the case.
Absolutely. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. What's going to happen in the next 2 episodes? I think we are 4 episodes away from the final episode. Let us know your theories in the comment section below. But that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to turn on notifications for all things Asian entertainment and K-pop reactions. But as always, this is what we're watching this Sunday. We'll see you guys in the next one.